Me, madam.
Sorry.
Are you? Are you sorry?
Sorry.
Yes, it's... did you see who it is? It's Gertrude Sorry, the famous Dutch actress. Gertrude Sorry, how are you?
Fine.
I've seen all your wonderful films.
Thank you.
Remarkable. Give her a big hand, please, everybody. This is Gertrude.
More pictures.
Coming more pictures?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What's your last film?
Hillary.
Hillary. Hillary. Well, there we have to look out for that one. Hillary. Hillary. And who's working with you?
Burt Lancaster.
Burt Lancaster.
Yeah.
That's interesting because he died a few years ago, didn't he?
Oh no!
But that's very good because we're actually very near the Tuskelling graveyard, and Burt is lying over there somewhere. So you know, of course, you're in the. Hello? She's gone. I think I may have talked to a ghost again. It's remarkable. Tuskelling actors keep popping up and popping back into the ground. That's the way life is in Tuskelling. Hello again, viewers. It's Faynway Jenkell here again with Discovering Theatre number 37. Where are we now? Back in Tuskelling, this time on the road. On the road behind some very interesting action which is happening further down the street here. You know, actors are rather ignorant people, rather dull, boring, and rather dangerous, I would say, to the modern society which we live in today. Actors are often with illegitimate children, they often turn to drinkers, they do drugs. And here we see the sort of thing that actors get up to. Not satisfied with the money which they're earning, as you can see, they are protesting now for more wages in the most bizarre way possible. As you can see, these people are more or less, well, one could say really, they're trying to show themselves to the normal everyday person as something a bit more important than what they are. And as you can see, even the farmers are out here protesting about the actors who are protesting. And, excuse me sir, do you think these actors are wrong or bad, or should I bad? Well, there we can see the typical Dutch reaction, the farmers' reaction to actors, which is and whatever that means. Hey, I say, who are you? My name's Burt Lancaster. Oh yes? And I've got nothing to do with doing a new movie, you understand? Okay, thank you very much, Burt. This is the, as you can see, a very luxurious entrance. So here we are in Tuskelling. This is the film studio itself. As you can see, they're shooting a large epic at the moment, probably a biblical epic. You can see everyone dressed up in the usual Israeli clothes with Egyptian soldiers. Excuse me, sir. Here's one of the Egyptian soldiers from the film. What part are you playing, sir, in this film?
The second part.
The second part. Now, that's a very interesting way of putting it, sir. Usually they say I'm starring, but you're playing the second part. Are you playing the second part of the horse, perhaps? Or the second part in the film, or?
I mean, you're just coming later, you know?
You come in later? Mm-hmm. Ah, you mean you're not here yet? You've still to come in. You're coming in later, you're not here now. I'm talking through a wind. Once again, we're back to the ghosts of Tuskelling. Actors here are very strange. Oh, thanks very much. Yes, well, I would say thanks very much more, but of course, if he's not here, who cares? So here we see one of the Tuskelling dead people. This is probably, he's getting into the part, he's a method actor, and he's going to do a film called The Sleepers, the Tuskelling Sleepers, a follow-up to Robert De Niro and, you know, Franco Nero and those kind of people. So he's getting into the part. Now, being a method actor, of course, it's very important to be left alone. And absolutely, it's very, very important that nobody disturbs a method actor when they're preparing for the part. That's why they are preparing themselves for the part really well. And nobody must come near an actor when he's being prepared, because otherwise the actor will probably get very upset. And, well, if he gets upset, of course, then he can't do the part. So it's very important that when a film director, for example, comes along and prepares himself for the part, the actor must be ready, otherwise he won't be there on the moment to do the shoot. Anyway, moving along, we're going to try and get into the tent. Should we try and see if we can find the food? I just heard now that there's a new film by Almodovar, the Spanish film director, who does all those naughty films in black leather. And the new movie is called Thai Food, which is today, food is being flown in from Thailand, and especially from Almodovar's film. So let's go straight there now, running, and see if we can get in there, because all the artists, when they get the food, they have to run to the theatre tent and eat as fast as they can. Let's go. So here we are at the food tent and ready to go in and see what's good. Chart of the menu. Menu. I'm afraid this is a very sexist point of view. It should be called the war menu, but at last I'm afraid it's not. It's still called the menu, and as you can see, Almodovar is here tonight with the Thai food. Now, Almodovar, of course, made that wonderful film, Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down, and now he's making this Thai Siavont in Dutch. This is what the star of the film. What's your name, darling?
Astrid.
Astrid. Now, Astrid, you are the star of this film of Almodovar, are you not?
So I noticed.
So she noticed. Well, that's very modest of you, Astrid. What exactly are you writing out the script now, or is this the production shoot, or what is this?
This is the menu of the artists and all the people who work at Ura.
Ah, this is the menu. Now, I did say it was the menu or the woman menu, but I didn't realize it was the menu, and this is going to be.
For tonight.
Ah, this is a futuristic sense. Now, you see, there's the thing about theatre. When you're preparing a performance or something, one has to think also in the future, not just in the past with all those glories and the photos and the girls and the men or whatever you're into. One has to think of the future. And of course, all actors, all musicians think of one thing only. Drugs. Food. Simple. Thai food. And tonight is Thai food.
It is.
And it's coming from Thailand.
It is.
Isn't that extraordinary? You see, actors have such a good life that they get food flown in yesterday from America. Tomorrow's from where?
I don't know. I have to check. Another
It's
country.
probably from Czechoslovakia. It's incredible. Tomorrow's from Czech, and the day after could be from Bulgaria. Who knows? Here we see Clint Eastwood's soup bowl. Isn't that extraordinary? And the cigar to go in here, ready for when he eats it. He still has a cigar in his face. He drinks it like that, and isn't that wonderful? And we have also Winston Churchill's soup bowl. He has a cigar here like this. He drinks it like this. Isn't that remarkable? And then, of course, there's Marlon Brando, and he has a cigar, and he drinks it like this. So as you can see, actors have a good life. They always have a cigar ready to drink from the soup bowl, and that's a remarkable thing about actors generally. Here we come into the basic part of the real center of what acting is about, the food, with people like Rod Stewart, Mary Bell Anderson, Pamela Anderson, one of her disguises, and of course the large toilet roll, because when actors eat the sort of curries that they make here, it's very important to have a safety way out. Thank you, Mary Bell.
Bye-bye.
And jolly good luck with the production, the cook and all that sort of thing. The protesters have arrived for the political demonstration. Good evening, sir. And so we should go over there now just to see exactly what political speeches are being given on behalf of the Actors' Equity Organisation. As you can see, there are many sympathisers with the actors, giving them support for their protest for more money into Skelling Festival. Now, you know, they do say that a sailor has a woman in every port, and that's probably why these actors are dressed up as sailors, because, you know, getting groupies into Skelling is rather difficult nowadays, so I've heard. And so obviously these actors are desperate to find men and women as groupies, so they dress up as sailors with the symbolic aspect of having somebody in every port. Sorry, can I just take this for a second? Now here we see a very important part of the theatre in Skelling. This is a beer, which one buys in the beer tent over there, and it doesn't really taste very much. It's one of those things that people do spend lots and lots of money on, and that one doesn't really know why. Actors, of course, prefer little ones, which are slightly stronger, but this is how one drinks it. And then the barman takes it away in the hand, and it's a very nice tradition, which one often sees many actors do. So, crossing over now. This, of course, is the theatre of cruelty. Now, Anton Artaud himself, being a French director, really insisted that the theatre of cruelty was something very, very special. And here we see a perfect example of the theatre of cruelty. They're probably French themselves, and I think I'm about to get involved in something which I'm not really expected to do, but of course one does often find oneself involved in theatre when one wants to or when one doesn't want to, and that is part of the joy of live theatre as opposed to television, which is repeated. important aspect of post-Shakespearean, post-20th century theatre. This is from Jean-Paul Marat, Le Marassade, and this is the bath that was used in the Peter Brook film, also made here in the Terschelling swimming baths, just over there. As you can see, the ladies here are symbolic of Charlotte Corday. Now, Charlotte Corday was, of course, suffering from sleeping sickness in the play by Peter Weiss, and these ladies, of course, did kill Jean-Paul Marat in the bath, stabbed him a few times. Grab yours as well. Oh my goodness, I've even got the master just to show you. You see, theatre is a complete deception, so don't trust whatever you see. Whatever you see, it's all a lie. It's all a lie, and I don't care showing whatever I've got, because after all, when one's going to swim down in the seas, one has to know exactly what is going on. And that is the point. Let's get down to the naked truth of what is theatre really about. That is what we're here to discuss. Theatre in its bare essence. Theatre is its absolute nudity. The point of knowing exactly when to expose oneself for whatever one reason might be. And that is the point, ladies and gentlemen, because after all, theatre, when one has the point, one knows exactly what is here as the point of theatre. And there we are. This is theatre in the raw. Thank you. Thank you so much. Back to the condoms again. There we are. There's the Scottish condoms, as you can see, longer than most. So there we are. Thank you. So then, viewers, that's what theatre is. And I think that's really what we've come to here to talk about, to find out, discovering the realities and the fantasies of theatre itself. What is real? What is false? What is false? What is real? We leave it up to you, the Terschelling viewer, to decide for yourself. Jenkell Faynway, Faynway Jenkell. I forgot my name. That's what everything's so exciting here, Terschelling. I can go crazy. I think it's wonderful. Yes, indeed we are. Good night and goodbye. Faynway Jenkell. Till tomorrow at another time.